Hello YouTube, my name is Jay and welcome back to my weekly vlogging series. Alright, so there hasn't really been anything happening in my life this week that I really wanted to talk about. But there's something interesting that I watched recently that I really wanted to share that I felt had an interesting / strong moral point to it. And I just thought it'd be fun to share with you guys. I thought y'all may enjoy it. And as you may know, I'm a big Toku fan, like Sentai's, Kamen Riders, Power Rangers. As you can tell, since our first series is Chroma Squad, which is currently still ongoing. Excuse me. So, just a week or so ago, I finished watching Kamen Rider Ryuki, and it was really interesting because what it really showed me was that no one really has the right to take someone else's life despite what you may gain personally out of it. Like, no matter what that personal gain may be, no matter if that gain that you would, even if that gain is warranted, like that's something that's beneficial to other people or just makes sense for you to want. Like, you do not want to die. Typically, most people, like, I don't want to sound like mean when I say that, but like, people generally don't want to die. So whenever we get sick, especially if it's terminal illness, we want to prevent that if at all possible. And if a loved one of ours is on their deathbed or needs serious medical attention, we don't want them to die either. So we want to do anything as possible to help them. And this show really touched on that. The premise was, I'm going to try and avoid spoilers as much as possible, but the premise was there's 13 people, they all became Kamen Riders. They were just told it's a battle royale between 13 people. Whoever wins gets their ultimate wish granted, no matter what it is. One guy has a terminal illness. He has everything in the world that he could ever want. He's like a high-end lawyer. He has all the money to buy whatever. He has all these women always around him and whatnot, but he's gonna die soon. So most of that's all for naught. So he wants to win to gain eternal life. The second main character, his girlfriend, right before the rider battle started, she got in a coma, and it's an indefinite coma, so she may never wake up. And so he wants to win this battle to save her, to wake her up. And there's other people in it too, like the second guy, his was a very selfless cause. The first guy was obviously a very selfish cause, and most of them are selfish causes. One guy just wants great power. One guy is an ex-murderer that escaped out of jail. He just wants the battle to continue, just to constantly fight and like kill people indefinitely. But there's a few people, including the main character, who don't really want this battle to go on. They feel everyone has this out-of-this-world power, and they should use it for good, and they shouldn't use it for just random selfish acts. Because while this battle is going on, there are, and take for granted, and also they're not necessarily just battling in front of random people. They go into like mirrors, and they go into a mirrored world of ours. So that's like their arena that they fight in. But in this other world, there's monsters there that can escape to our world and kill actual people, and they have done that. They do this throughout the series. And the main character feels that everyone should use their powers to stop those monsters, because it's pointless to just fight and kill each other for some ultimate goal that, for as far as everyone knows, may actually not be granted. And at the end of the day, is what you really want most out of life worth killing several people over? Because even if you don't personally kill any of the other people in the battle, if you don't beat them, like, you participated and you promoted this battle to go on. You took no steps to stop it. You were fine with it going on. As long as you didn't dirty your hands, it was fine. Like, that's equally as bad. And the main character, the only reason he gets into this whole war is because he sees the monsters and he wants people to stop them. He wants to save people. And throughout the series, he's having a constant struggle. He wants to close off the mirror world, so the riders can no longer fight each other. But then he learns the reasons why some of the people are fighting, and they're not necessarily, some of them aren't necessarily horrible reasons. So he feels does he have the right to take this hope away from everybody and just live the world as that, leave his friend's girlfriend in an indefinite coma that she may never wake up from, leave this guy to face his terminal illness. Obviously, everyone wants to stop the fucking murderer, like, escaped convict, but beside the point. Several people die, and some of them are really good people. There's actually another guy who wants to stop the rider battle, and ultimately he dies protecting the main character so that he can continue trying to make sure they stop the battle. And in case you guys want to see the series, I'm just going to warn everyone out, there's spoilers, right? I'm about to talk about a little bit of spoilers here, but at the end of the series, the main character has a real conflict. Should he fight to close off the mirror world like he's been doing this whole 50 episode series, or should he keep going as he's going? Because he finds out if he closes off this mirror world, his close friend that he gained through this rider war, she's a non-rider, if they close off the mirror world, she's just dead. Because she's actually not a person, she's from the mirror world with all this fucking complicated bullshit that really doesn't matter. But so he's conflicted between those two choices, and his mentor at work tells him, it's well, ultimately you just gotta search and see what's right to you. No matter what, you may be conflicted, but in the heat of the moment, you will know what's right in your heart and your mind, and you will act upon that. And he continues fighting to stop the killing, and he actually, in the second to last episode, there's this little girl getting attacked because the monsters are coming out to our world in mass instead of one at a time, and he shields the little girl from being stabbed by the monster, and he gets stabbed in the back. And then right after that, he immediately transforms and goes to fight in the mirror world against a bunch of those other monsters. And because of that, I'm not even sure if he went and got medical attention immediately, if he would have lived, because it was deep in him. For all we know, several vital organs were punctured, and the only reason he was alive because he transformed or whatnot. But he ultimately died in his fight to stop the battle. He felt that no matter how selfish your goal may be, is it really worth it at the cost of other people's lives, other people's happiness? You may have the best intentions in the world, you may want to do everything to save the world, but is it worth that to just trample over other people and kill them unnecessarily? Is it not better to just find an alternate route that involves not hurting anybody else? Because it's kind of counterintuitive when you think about it. You want to resolve this problem that ends in people's misfortunes being gone, people living, people getting out of these shitty situations. But to do that, you put other people who were in good fortune in a bunch of misfortune and a bunch of death, and you may have killed several of them. It's just, you fix this and fuck this up. And in the end, aren't you just gonna go in an infinite loop and just do that over and over and over? We can't, we as people, we can't fix everything. We can't fix everyone's problem, no matter how much we want to. Believe me, I've tried. I did that most of my life since 16. I've done as much as I can to friends, family, people I don't even really fucking know. I've done far too damn much to try and help everybody, to the point I put myself on the back burner. And that's a whole nother issue. That's just I wasn't respecting myself and I was hurting myself. That's a whole nother issue on top of this issue. We as people, we only have so much power, individually. We can get a lot done, but for us to want to make a big change like that in the world, not even in the world, just in one city or something, we need to band together. That was the problem. The Rider War, it could have ended. They just could have fought the monsters, and in the Rider War, you couldn't necessarily just stop battling, because to get their powers, they had to tame one of the monsters. and the monsters lived off of humans or the souls of other monsters. So if you just stop fighting, your monster would kill you. But they all could have come to an agreement, stop fighting each other, and just fight the monsters, and their team monsters live off that. And that would have been an easy solution. It would have been all said and done. Like, there are no unnecessary deaths and whatnot, but it's all escalated because human selfishness. And I'm not necessarily saying human selfishness is wrong, because human selfishness also brings birth and evolution to new things in life. Like, it can bring new jobs, it can bring new inventions, just to want to make life easier. You selfishly wanting to do less, you come up with an invention to make your life easier, and in turn that can help benefit the world. And so, but there's just to a point where, if to satiate your selfishness, even your selfishness, to satiate your desire, if to satiate your desire causes other people to unnecessarily be hurt or die, it's not worth it. Because, like, in that Rider War, at the end of the day, 12 of the 13 died. I mean, obviously that was going to happen for anything to happen, because the last person had to live to get their wish granted, but it's not like they just lost. They all just died. And at the end of the day, there was kind of a resolution, but it still hits you. It's just like, wow. Like, I don't know, whenever I saw the main character die, I was thrown back, because it was the second to last episode. There was a whole nother 20-minute episode, and I was just like, what the fuck are they gonna do these last 20 minutes? I was in tears. Like, I just could not fucking believe what was happening before me. I was like, he can't die. But he's there, coughing up blood, sweating profusely, just barely able to speak words, not even able to stand up. The only reason he's sitting up is because he's leaning against a car. Like, Jesus. But that's why we need to, even in this daily life, we all just need to band together, because we can only do so much individually. Like, some of us may only be able to, like for charities, for instance, like the charity streams I do, some of us can only donate like $1 here or there. Some of us can donate several $100s. Some of us can donate several hours of our time to charities. Some can only donate an hour every month or so here and there. Some of us can't even do any of those options. Some of us, all we can do is help share the links to the charity streams that me or other people do, and hope people who do have that time or that money to help these causes see that and help support that. Because each of us, like I can't reach across the world. Like, my hand goes to like here, to fucking here, to like the wall here in my room, to the edge of my desk. Like, I can't reach around the world and help everybody. It's just not physically possible for me. But if we get another person, then they're reaching from the edge of my desk to like my bed. And then we get a third person, they're reaching from the end of my bed to the other side of the house. And then the fourth, and then the fifth. And if we just keep chain linking like that, eventually we can reach across the world, and we can help everybody as a joint community. That we don't need to be discriminating against people for like their race, their sexual orientation, their gender identity, their religion. Like, no, we just need to. It's fucking hard enough just trying to live. God damn it! Like, no one needs that extra bullshit in their life, and it's just it doesn't help your life by discriminating against people for that's fucking frivolous bullshit. Like, it's so much easier just to be kind to people. So, like, I know there's a number, I could probably fucking Google it, however many people it takes, like, arm length around the world, but I know the amount of people, there's this guy, the amount of people that'll probably watch this isn't enough for us to link around the world, but I know a friend who I can hold hands with to link. I'm sure they have a friend I can link to them, and they have a friend that they can hold hands with so on and so forth, and eventually we can all get through this together, and we can all make this a better world as a not a consequence, but as a product of that. And really, that's all that really matters. Just making the world a better place for everyone. So, I think I rambled on enough for this week, guys. And I'm not sure if anyone noticed, but last night we didn't have this spooky, scary Saturday live stream, so it will be happening tonight. Probably around 10 or midnight or so, but you'll find it. If you're following me on Twitch, you'll get the email notification, and if you follow me on Twitter, I'll be posting it there, or even on Facebook and all that good stuff. I think my camera moved while we were talking, but whatever. So, thank you as always so much for watching, guys. And there will be a second video up today on Sunday, like it has been for the past week or two, at 3 p.m. A new weekly series, so it's gonna be. I really like the series. I feel it was really fun. Did it with a close friend of mine, Sam, and we both had fun, and I hope you guys really enjoy it. It was something I've been wanting to do. I've been planning to do for a while, and so glad we're actually doing it, and I hope to improve it over time each week and throughout how long that series lasts. It's a semi-long series. But thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you tonight. Or if you can't tune in tonight, then I'll see you guys tomorrow for another daily dose of Vitamin J. See ya.